Good afternoon. This is Veterans Talk. It ain't nothing but a thing, but it's a thing we want you to tune into every Saturday afternoon. I'm Elsa McGee, your host, and here today doing the same thing we've been doing ever since we started the show. Trying to make sense out of a sensitive situation called the Plight of Veterans in the USA, and the USA dealing with the plight of veterans. I'm here today, just like I'm doing every Saturday, with somebody that got a heart for veterans. Today we with naturally my sidekick, Tony Merritt, and we got somebody everybody in Atlanta know about. If they don't, they need to. Casual Cal. How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing fine.
You know, so glad to have you here with us, brother. On this is Memorial Day month, brother.
Mm-hmm.
And we got some talk for the city of Atlanta, for the whole Fulton County stuff.
Well, let me first give greetings, man.
Yeah, greetings.
I want to first say greetings to you. I understand it's a show number 5 and you're moving along. But in behalf of Frontline Community Services, yes, Tony Barr, and of course Vet 22, which I'm a spokesperson for,
yes,
congratulations to the veterans. Piedmont Park is a done deal. And we're gonna put some crease in our pants and
yes,
patent leather shoes.
Yeah.
And we might have to go overalls. We don't know yet.
Yeah,
and come on down there.
We're going to be at Piedmont Park.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we're taking over Piedmont Park. We never did that before.
And then secondly, in behalf of Marsha Washington George, the president of the National Black Radio Hall of Fame, the Atlanta chapter, we'd like to say congratulations as well.
Yes.
And we also going to tell the world after this show about the BRIC campaign.
Yes.
That you can forever be in the grounds of Atlanta, Georgia, and Piedmont Park family. It could be your in honor of somebody.
Yeah.
It could be yourself, your business. It doesn't matter. Get a brick.
Get a brick. And that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about the Sons of Atlanta Vietnam Memorial Project. Now, I don't want people to get it confused. I know that we are representing people that's already been represented in Washington, D.C. All the names that we're talking about on the National Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall in Washington, D.C. But now what we're talking about is making it personal, Cal.
Right.
You know, these are homeboys. These are my homeboys. See, I'm from the ATL.
Right.
And I ain't ashamed of it. I like this city. These young men paid the ultimate price for the freedoms that we enjoy in this country every day. And let me say this. When I went into Vietnam, I came out of a segregated community, but I was integrated the first day I got into the military because President Truman had issued an executive order in 1948, that was a year after I was born, to desegregate the U.S. military. We were still fighting for Brown versus Board of Education. It had never happened.
Wow.
But the young men that I'm talking about went in and integrated the U.S. military. The first line of integration.
Which is the battle before the battle.
Which is the battle before the battle. And I'm going to say this. They did such a good job today, I got a Secretary of Defense that looked like me.
Oh.
I don't want to talk about this like I'm talking about. I'm just proud of what we brought to the table as veterans. You know, I'm not talking about just veterans of color, I'm talking about veterans, period.
From the integration part to today, you can look at somebody yourself and say, wow, I got it.
And then you can look at other veterans that's not out of your community and say, that's my friend. Because, see, whether we realize it or not, we're all in this together. See, we serve to have a democracy where we could have equality and justice for all.
That's correct.
That's a pledge that we work toward. We know it wasn't happening, but we're gonna make it happen. So we're so fired up about this that we have got this Sons of Atlanta Vietnam Memorial Project, which is a 2-part project. The first part is to put a memorial with these 240 young men named that died from Fulton County. I mean,
I want to put emphasis on what you're talking about right here, because I'm all in with the vets, participating, especially the BRIC campaign and all. But there's a member of our Black Radio Hall of Fame who just joined in with us and started getting mostly involved, but he was with us before, so I'm not thinking he's just a late arrival.
Right.
He found out something in the process of doing this campaign. And that's what made me really sell on this BRIC campaign. He saw a friend he hasn't seen since he was a kid.
Oh, wow.
Tell us that story. You remember time when he called you? Looked on the website?
Now this happened with a guy that grew up in my community, you know. And I hope Harold is listening right now, because he confirmed what I was thinking about all along, that most of the people have forgotten some of these young men. It's been 50 years, Cal, you know, since I left Vietnam. And when you go to the website, sonsofatlanta.org, these young men never made it to be 21 years old. They gave up all the democracies that we have. And speaking of the democracies, we this is voting season in the state of Georgia now.
Ooh, you gotta exercise it.
We need to exercise the vote and sustaining what they gave us.
Correct.
This democracy. We need to make sure that everybody that's listening go to the poll. And it's more important now than ever before, because we got a Supreme Court that's mixed up, and we got a Congress that don't know how to act. So we need to make sure that we are voting. No, we need to vet some of these folks we're voting for first. Now we vet
For sure.
vet somebody, because just because you run the football good, that don't mean you can represent me in the Senate. I'm just talking about for real. I mean, I'm a sports fan, and I love to see.
I'm with
people.
all that, yeah.
But when it comes down to represent us in the U.S. Senate, we got Mitch McConnell up there that won't let a bill go to the floor unless he agree with it. We don't need that kind of dictatorship in a democracy.
Correct.
Well, these 240, one of them was my personal friend, and Harold was talking with Kaz was talking about was Harold Thomas. Grew up in the same neighborhood, and
Listen to this story, people.
Didn't even know him when I saw him until he called me and said, "Man, we had the same neighborhood. We went to the same high school, and I know your buddy. I know his family. I know all them folks. See, this is what it means to me. Bringing this town back to its original intent.
Absolutely.
A city too busy to hate. We need to get that and live it. Because see, we got forces in politics and some in business that are trying to separate us and change the scenario.
Oh yeah.
So we want to make sure that we honor these using this month. This is a month that we celebrate Memorial Day all over the country and all over the world. For the first time in the history of this city, though, we're going to be celebrating local heroes.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
College Park, that's your hometown, Tony. East Point.
And I want people to realize when you're 18, 19, 20, that's when you have your most friends.
Yeah, that's when you got your most friends.
You understand?
Yeah.
And Harold's just one of the friends that went online, saw it, and teared up.
Yeah,
there are the friends who forgot about him.
Don't forget about him. And,
you understand?
And the thing about it, when Harold called me, he said, "Listen, man, I forgot about how young Lewis was."
See?
You
see?
And I have forgot, because most of these young men, go to the sonsofatlanta.org, sonsofatlanta.org, look at the 240 soldiers. These were young men from our community. Went to Washington High, Carver High, Archer High, Turner High, Harper, Douglas, and we know them. We know their families. They paid the ultimate price for the freedoms we got today. We still got the right to vote. We need to get out in this term and vote like we never voted.
And we talking about young people who couldn't buy cigarettes. Couldn't even go in a nightclub. Couldn't have a beer on the weekend to watch sports.
Yeah.
But they were fighting for our rights.
Exactly.
And the good thing about it is, through this story, I keep learning more and more. Even you, Rev, you told me your research. Listen to this. Your research had it to the point where some of these family members were gone.
Yes, that's right.
You had to go all the way back to their school records.
Because their families is gone. But we cannot let this pass us. Because every year, we about to have graduation in this city again. This is graduation month. Memorial Day month is graduation month. a number of our young kids that's graduating next month will be in the U.S. military.
Wow.
We got to make sure that they understand the gravity of their service and will not be placed in hazardous duties in the military. Mm-hmm. See, the military got all kind of good stuff going on. You know, I wound up in infantry because I didn't know no better.
Okay. I
just went in and I didn't. They was talking to me about choices. I didn't know nothing about no choice. I didn't know I had no choice. so I wound up in the infantry. But you know, I was there with some heroic young people. You know what I mean? If I had to do it all over again, that's where I would be. I would serve with them folks because they were some amazing young people that adjusted to the realities that we had never lived together before. But we came in there, you know, don't get me wrong, there was some fisticuffs in the barracks now. It took some adapting.
Always.
Learning how to respect somebody that's different from you.
That's right.
And this is what they did. They came in and they didn't complain about the nature of their service. They just served. And unfortunately, they perished in the service. So that's what this month means. So for the first time in the history of this city, you'll be able to go down in Piedmont Park
and see a memorial strictly for them.
A memorial by somebody that looks like you.
And you're walking on the brick with your family name on it.
With your family name. So
wow.
Go to Sons of Atlanta. You can go there right now and look at the brick sale. Click on that tab. And you can buy a brick. Right now, we want you to just look at the $100 brick. You can buy a $100 brick. The $100 brick is the easy one to buy.
So wait. $100, that means the brick gonna sit in the park 6 months?
No, sit in the park forever.
Whoa. Break this up. I can buy a brick for $100 right now.
Right now. Go to the website right now, buy a brick.
I can tour the world and come back, and that brick's still gonna be in that park.
And when your grandchildren go to the park, they'll be there.
Yeah. For $100.
For $100. This is the Sons of Atlanta Vietnam Memorial.
Y'all better pick up the phone and call a friend and call a friend. $100 brick on sale now, the beginning of Memorial Day month. Y'all, what? You better order 5 and just double the price when you call your buddies. Come on now, we got bricks here for sale now. Put your name on, your family name, in honor of a veteran. It could be somebody who inspired you in your life, whatever. Get a brick.
And then I want some of these alumni people that's watching the show. You can do it for your alumni. You can just buy a brick for one brick for the whole school that you want to.
That's right.
Because every school in Atlanta that was open during that time period got somebody on this memorial.
They know. That's correct. Who do you know on this memorial?
Harold from Harper High School. Graduated from Harper High School.
You a Harper High School man?
I'm a Harper
I see that smile and proud shoulders stick up.
We were the first full year senior class at Harper High School.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, when we thought Harper High was coming along, I remember a bunch of guys that lived over off of Bankhead was going to Harper High.
Yep.
Some of them was living in Archie. Some of them had to leave Washington High because Harper High was coming. Then they had some of the prettiest girls in Harper High. So I done got ran out over to Harper High.
Oh, here we go.
Now the truth is told.
Yeah, but the truth of the matter is, this is hometown. This is about Atlanta, the patriotism that we have for our country and for our city and for the people. You know, we didn't forget that we can all get along. We got to put more trying into helping each other. And
another thing too, not to cut you off, when y'all had to sign up to go into the Army, it wasn't like you can go on the south side, sign up, you go to the north side, sign up. All y'all signed the same building,
everybody
using the same basic people, same physicals, everything. So that even brought y'all closer.
Listen,
Ponce Leon, our desegregation right there.
Right there
on Ponce Leon.
That's
Old
right.
Seals building, City Hall.
I stayed in that building. Actually lived in that building.
That is a historic building for the city because all of these young men that we're talking about now, it was not just for, it was for the whole North Georgia area. That's where everybody came to Atlanta. And went through that Seals building. Now we went all over the country from that point. From that point. But that was the first time that we came into an integrated environment, and integrated environment. And I think I always like to say what that I learned at Washington High taught me how to get along with people. You know, taught me how how to respect somebody's differences without thinking that they were superior or inferior to me. Like Booty Washington say, you drop your bucket here and go to work.
Wow.
That's what we're doing. And I'm going to tell you, all you Washington High folks, I know you're listening. This memorial is about 50 feet from Booker T. Washington Memorial in Piedmont Park. So I know that's something you're going to think about. About 50 feet from Booker T. Washington Memorial in Piedmont Park.
Wow.
The Sons of Atlanta will be right there looking down at it.
And speaking of Booker T, not only you come from there, but what was the gentleman who inspired you that had an office set up for veterans right there?
Dr. Harden. I think the sign's still up there in the NAACP building on where
he was doing what you're doing yesterday, what you're doing today.
He was an inspiration and an encouragement for me. Because I didn't know anything about no benefits when I came out. I was just glad to get out, man. I was ready to go do something else, right?
Right.
Listen, I got wounded in Vietnam, so it wasn't hard for me to want to get away from this man's military. So I wasn't thinking about no benefits, didn't have a clue about benefits until I met Dr. Hoyt.
And you saying something here. You didn't say benefit. You said benefits. So you're talking about
Listen, I went to college with my benefits. Got a AA, a bachelor, and a master's with VA benefits.
Give me something else. What else you benefit?
You can go buy a house with no money down. Go get $250,000 to start a business, and you can get medical disability benefits for those people that have incurred a disability as a result of their military service. They can get up to $3,400 a month.
You tricking me. No. What you're trying to tell me is this is multiple choice, right? I got to pick one of these things?
No, all of them come to you.
Whoa.
All of them come to one veteran. All of them.
Everything you just told me.
Let me finish. You got medical care. Not just for you, but for your wife and your children. See, they talk about healthcare stuff. The veteran is already set up to get that, but they ain't getting it because they don't know about it. This is Veterans Talk. That's why we're here. To make sure that Atlanta, Fulton County, Georgia get their benefits. Now, when I say Atlanta, Fulton County, because the benefits were meant for the veteran, his family, and the community.
That's right.
So they were designed to build up.
If a veteran has a business in the community, he can hire 3 or 4 folks. If a veteran can stay independent as much as possible, he's spending that money all around. If a veteran's getting benefits to keep his family healthy, his mental is now better because ain't nothing like having things taken care of at home.
That's right.
And if a veteran is healthy, I think everybody in America is healthy because he's going to share every experience he has with any person he comes across.
That's why I want to listen to him. That's why we do Veterans Talk, because it's veterans talking to veterans in the community. We want to share this information, and we want people to understand that veterans is your asset.
I would say so.
It's your asset.
There's a veteran sitting around, ain't got no business concept, but his niece got something ready to go, and he got, hey, come on now. Listen, I don't need to explain the rest of the story to y'all, do I?
No, see, Cal, what you talking about, now, let me say this here, because Cal finna hook us up with doing some stuff. I love fish, Cal, so I want you to talk about the idea of these veteran fish fries.
Yeah, I want all y'all to get ready. In fact, I'm looking for a fish fry team that we're going to put together because we're going to start doing some fish fries on Friday. We want to meet all of you all. We want veterans who want to know more about what we do as an organization. And we got several organizations doing great things. So on this fish fry, we want to make it almost like a finger snapping, toe tapping experience where you can come get a sandwich that big, a nice plate. And have a good time with the vets, because one thing about us, they were soldiers hard, but they partied hard too. So when it comes to socializing, come join the fish fry. It's going to be on Fridays. We're going to start them real soon. Little music, great food. Even the women veterans are going to be involved with this one. They're going to be rolling up sleeves and out there, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
And why are we doing all this? We need to bring the community together around its assets. See, because what I'm looking at in my hometown now, when I was growing up, there was no such thing as homeless veterans. But now, I go downtown in front of on Trinity Avenue, where City Hall sits. Across the street, you got veterans under the bridge. We can do better than that. You know, we have to do better than that. I mean, if we're the city too busy to hate, then we got to do better than this. We got to come together as a community and address these problems.
Right.
And these problems is not just about the issue is not just about veterans. It's about the whole community, because nobody should be homeless, and it is a side effect of the way we do business. You know, we got to do better business than what we're doing in the community.
I'm sitting here just flabbergasted. If I know a veteran down the street, good God, haven't used his benefits because he don't know half of them, and he can help that young girl down the street open a business, and he owns and helps.
That's
Folks, come on. Come on now.
Listen, let me say this. On my birthday this year, March 20th, was the 19th anniversary of the beginning of the Operation Iraqi Freedom. Well, the VA just came up with a bunch of benefits for these guys. I want you to know it. We ain't just talking about Vietnam era veterans. We're talking about veterans, period. We are here for every veteran in the community. So I don't want you to think that just because we are Vietnam, that our concern is just with Vietnam.
That's correct.
Our concern is with all veterans. These Iraqi veterans can call us. You can call us 770-895-3260, and we'll get you the information, get you some help. Because there's a whole slew of benefits waiting on you. Now we tell the sisters and tell the mamas, tell the wives to get them up out of the house.
Get them up out of there.
Get them up out of there. Now,
Somebody got your benefits, mama.
Yeah.
Huh? Sister?
Yeah.
Your brother, get them benefits. Because they're going to benefit the whole family. But most of all, as Reverend always say, you go in a store, you buy something for $9. You give them $10. Y'all ain't walking out of there with that dollar still in that store. You're going to wait and get that change. So that's how we feel about these benefits. Don't leave them on the table. They're important, and that dollar that you got that they owed you is just important to you. These benefits are just as important to the community, okay? Not just to the individual. So think you're doing a 3-tier work of achievement here. A veteran, his immediate family, his community. Wow.
Listen, and this is not just something that you can just pass over. The benefits, except for the educational benefits, now we'll talk about how they break down. You got 10 years to get your education benefits after you're discharged. Now you can still get educational benefits if you get a disability. Because not only is the disability monthly compensation, it's an opportunity for you to get a new skill. They send you to what they call rehab school. Now, if you like 100% and you can't work, the quality of life is everything. I volunteer in the community. I can't work, but I can volunteer. And so my skills, my passion is not lost because I'm disabled. And we want to make sure that people understand that. You might be disabled because of an ailment, but you're not unable to do anything. You can do something. Everybody can do something.
But Rev, I want people to understand that community of veterans that y'all do when you go out to help homeless, when Tony Barr is doing things with the housing and things for veterans, the thing that hits me more when it comes to all of this is that people have a saying that, oh, he's a veteran, he got all benefits, we leave him alone, he don't need no help with nothing. Whenever someone's going through displacement and not right, and you know they got benefits laying there, and you say that, you need to be very, very, I mean, I don't know how you sleep at night, because if it takes just for you today to drive him down to get the proper paperwork, or to take her over to fill out a form, and that's all it takes, come on, people.
Now, I'm going to tell you what, the VA is going online. So for a lot of us, that's the best thing going, because we can actually sit in our home and do a claim.
Gotcha.
But now we got something going on with our organization where we do claims. You can call me on the phone, and we can get your claim set up, get you set up to start getting your benefits.
Gotcha.
Now it's another issue that and I'm glad you was talking about the organization, because you're associated with my buddy and friend Tony Barr, addressing one of the most complex issues in our community. Something we don't even want to talk about: suicides. And doing a great job bringing attention to this issue. And we did several seminars on the issue. And, you know, I come away with understanding that if we're going to address this issue, we got to empower the family.
Absolutely.
With how to deal with their loved one that's coming back with issues. You know, and to get away from the stigma of mental illness. You know.
But here's the other thing I want to throw in about the family as an organization. There's a young veteran out there got a woman pregnant. He don't know how that issue goes. There's a young man coming back, want to propose, want to start a family. Those conversations are just as important.
Yes.
Aren't they?
Yes.
How do you handle leaving the family when you have to go to war? These might be little things to me and you, but those are the hinges that hold the door. Okay? So I want people to know, and even veterans out there, it's not just about benefits and how. Come talk.
Yeah, come talk.
You got stuff here, talk. I don't care how young you are as a veteran or how old you are as a veteran. Talking, you know, it's a medicine. So don't just feel you have to always have to beg for something, complain about something, or have to get a benefit. Sometimes I just want to say that, and I want to hear somebody say it to me, and etc. That's a big deal.
Yes, it is a big deal. And what we want when we come here every Saturday, you can actually call in and talk to Casual Cal. You can call in and talk to me. You call in and talk with Tony. And I want to give Tony a minute to kind of update us a little bit about some of the progresses we are seeing with the Sons of Zion. Would you do that?
Sure. One of the things, of course, you heard Reverend McGee mention the fact that we're building this memorial in Piedmont Park. Well, the City Council of Atlanta has taken on this project and viewed our proposed sketches and design for it and included it in their budget for the next year. So we're going to get the assistance of our home city in helping to build this memorial, which is wonderful. So what we're doing now is also, of course, like he said, we're having the brick sale. The brick sale is to amplify the funds that we're going to get basically from the city and what we're going to use toward building the memorial. And with that, we're going to open up facilities so that we can assist the veterans getting their services, their benefits. As you heard them talking about earlier, this is going to be a way that we can operate within the community, face to face, helping these veterans do whatever is necessary to get those benefits that they were recently talking about. So we're really excited about that. But now I'm going to sort of pivot on to the brick sale, because that's one of my big things. And that is, what we need to do is, like Reverend McGee said, this memorial is for the Vietnam veterans, but it is for all veterans. And so you may be a family member of World War II, or the Korean conflict, or Desert Storm. Any of those, if you have family members that paid the ultimate price in one of those and you want to commemorate them, here's an excellent opportunity for them to be a part of this memorial, and like they said earlier, be there forever. And that's the wonderful thing. So generations after generations can come to this park and say, my uncle, my grandfather, my great-grandfather, here's a brick commemorative brick for him. And so these are some of the really great things that we can do. One of the things that I've done, and I have family members that have been in my pockets for years, and I just informed them that I want a $1,000 commemorative brick in Piedmont Park. And guess what? They stepped up. They stepped up. So it's situations like that. Another one that I'm encouraging people to do, because guess what now? Now that this pandemic is ending, family reunions are going to start up. Here's an excellent reason to develop a theme for your family reunion for commemorating those members that are in your family that served in the military, regardless of whether they paid the ultimate price or they're still living now. Here's an excellent opportunity to raise funds and put your family reunion commemorative brick in Piedmont Park. So whenever you come to Atlanta, and a lot of you Atlanta will host some of your family reunions.
That's right.
It's an excellent opportunity to say, let's go to Piedmont Park and celebrate our family.
That's
with
right.
a commemorative brick for that family member. Or
In honor of Uncle Chuck.
members.
We gotta go see in honor of Uncle Chuck.
Yes. So, those are the things that we're pushing now. Yes, we're going to get city help from the city of Atlanta, but we want to expand those services, not just for building a memorial, but for helping veterans live a quality of life that we earn as a result of our service.
Go ahead, boy.
And let me say this.
Well done.
Housing costs is a reason that most veterans should look at their home loan. It's cheaper than rent. And you're buying your own equity. So it makes good sense to look at these benefits and look at them from a family perspective, because the rent went up in the city of Atlanta about 25%.
Yep.
Right?
That's a big jump.
That means the average 3-bedroom apartment is costing $1,500 or more per month, depending on where it is in the city. You can get a home loan for about $900 a month or cheaper. This is Veterans Talk. It ain't nothing but a thing. But it's a thing we want you to tune into every Saturday afternoon, because we are veterans talking to veterans and the community about veterans benefits, about the plight of veterans, and how we can help.
And the good thing is I'm not a veteran, I can help. So I know you're not a veteran. I know you back there not a veteran either. So you can do something to help and to participate at helping veterans succeed at something. I don't care what it is. That fish fry, want to see you online.
Yeah.
And after the fish fry, I want you to call Cousin Manny and all of them, tell them come on down and get a sandwich too.
Yeah.
And these are the things that we're trying to do to have great interaction and engagement with the community. And we know fish is very popular in our community. Yeah. Always has been. I mean, you can take the meanest man in the world and give him a fish sandwich and y'all hugging up that night. Yes, y'all are. So we're glad that we're able to do these things. But yeah, you don't have to be a veteran to get involved. I wanted to share that with you. Okay.
And we want to thank you, Cav, for what you do with veterans, and especially with Tony Bottom out there, because a lot of people shrink from dealing with the issue of suicide.
Right.
And when we're gonna come to understand that suicide is, you can see a lot of that in the homeless veteran. He committed social suicide, economic suicide. We have to start addressing those issues with the benefits that these guys have earned.
That's correct.
Now, right now, you got caregivers benefits, meaning the family that give care to the loved ones that's disabled, they can get paid from VA.
Wow.
So we want you to know about these benefits, and we want to be able to help you get these benefits. So it's important that you tune in on Saturday afternoon and just spend an hour with us. You can call in and ask questions. And then you can look at what we're doing to make this a reality. We want to shout out to Marvin Anderson Jr. and the Fulton County Commission. They just set up $1 million to help veterans in Fulton County.
Beautiful.
Now, this is because of what we've been doing on the Sons of Atlanta platform. So we're not just preaching this. We're actually doing this, and the government is yielding. If the city of Atlanta is going to help us with the memorial, and the county is helping us with the issues of homelessness, we're going to have a better day. We're going to be able to accomplish some stuff that need to be done.
And usually if you start something, you don't know who you're inspiring.
Right.
Now, the Sons inspired this whole Peapod thing, but councilmen and all sit back and say, we ain't letting them outbeat us. We're going to do something. We're going to get $1 million to do something for veterans. So the door opens. Yeah. Everybody's supposed to jump in and do their part. And that's the whole point of the show. That's the whole point of the Sons doing what their mission is, Tony doing his mission, and for all the veterans who are writing books, because books are very important too.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you all for your contributions at writing and sharing stories. But once again, I think that it's all imperative that, once again, he mentioned suicides. The fact of the matter, I want y'all to know, our message is that 22 veterans a day die of suicide. Just think about that for a moment. That's a lot of vibrant people, man, gone. And I think that y'all need to start taking the patience that when you see someone that's abnormal, don't think it's something crazy. Take it as something serious. You might be able to help. Make a call. Take a moment to even study it more, because we're microwave these days. We like things fast, and if you're not grooving with us, we don't pay you no attention and all that. But take a moment to look at the elderly, look at veterans, and look at your loved ones for a second, because you're the ultimate doctor's assistants, as they say. You are it.
And Ken, I'm so glad you brought up books. I was looking for my book. My book is Short Change. They know what they're talking about. In the second phase of the project, we're going to be looking for people that wrote books to put in the community libraries. So we're going to be able to put your book in the library. You know, we're going to be able to make sure that people get to know your story. So it's critical, because we're looking at the history of military service, and I don't see enough heroes that look like me on media. On media, we know better. But we're not writing our story. We're not giving media enough to make sense out of. So they're writing a history that's writing us out.
When you served, or when you came out serving, what was your first impression on female who served?
You know, I went in during the desegregated in '65.
Got you.
And so we saw women serving. We saw women officers.
Right.
And so I was totally impressed at the fact that there were women serving, and they were women that looked like me.
Whoa,
skin tone.
Goodness.
And so I was, I'm going like, okay. Because before that point, all I knew was military men. That's all you heard, was military men.
So things like that help the integration even better for you, because you say, if they got it, oh Lord, the opportunity.
The only time you actually saw women were in the medical field.
Correct.
They were nurses, but as far as being officers in control of major operations within the military, that was something that you never saw. But all of a sudden, we were seeing more and more of that happening. And so I was totally impressed,
So more of you need to understand, them hips, them legs, and them broad shoulders, and that bright smile, that's a soldier. Yeah. That's a soldier. And brothers in the hood would say that out of naturally being a woman, but we're talking about a real veteran who has served and done everything the brothers have done. And I think we don't talk enough about sheroes. So Rev, tell us about these sheroes in the veteran world.
The young lady that I was expecting today was Glenda Starr. I have not met her physically. I was on the city website looking for, just trying to familiarize myself with what the city was going to do at the hearing, and I saw this organization of women that's fixing houses for seniors in Atlanta. They actually go out and repair houses for seniors.
Pink hammers and everything?
I don't know about the pink. I know this. The work that they do is professional.
Okay.
And the testimonies that they had on their website, seniors that couldn't have got the houses fixed any kind of other way.
Right.
And I called naturally I'm gonna call. I want to know these sisters, right? I called, And they called me back the next day, and I was talking on the phone with her, and she was a veteran, so she wanted to know about me. And I told her I was with Vietnam Veterans of America. She said, my brother was killed in Vietnam. I stopped, automatically stopped. Where you from? She said, I'm from Atlanta. I'm a Grady baby. I said, oh, now I know that's something there. That's where your brother from. She said, he's a Grady baby too. She went to the website and saw her brother's name.
What?
She went to the website and saw her brother's name. So this is about community, Cal.
Wow.
It is about reconnecting us to what we have forgotten. So Memorial Day month should be something special for Fulton County.
Yes.
Because we're gonna honor your homeboys, all those guys from Atlanta proper, East Point, Cottage Park, Union City, Alpharetta, all of them. We're gonna bring these cities together.
And all you veterans in Clayton County on Armed Forces Day, I'm bringing the Reverend Tony Barr and many other veterans out to Clayton County at a very special, newly inaugurated radio station. They're ran by some young brothers, okay? And we're going to do Armed Forces Day in their ballroom, which is also in the studio which they broadcast. And we're going to salute the Reverend Tony and all of them. We're going to go live on radio. We want to share with everybody what their project is. We want to share with everybody who their history is. And we want Armed Forces Day to be awareness of get a brick. Everybody get a brick. Put your name in the park, please, buy a brick.
And I want to say this, we don't have that much time for you to get the brick. Fortunately. I won't say unfortunately, but fortunately, we don't have that much time for you to get a brick. C.D. Moody presented the design that was accepted by the City of Atlanta, and the cost that we put together with that. So we're expecting to get the approval to start breaking grounds here shortly. So once you break ground, that means the building a memorial.
That's right.
Now, we're not going to wait for you to buy the brick to build a memorial, because we got the money coming anyway, so we're not going to wait for you to buy the brick. You need to buy your brick now. You need to go to the website, sonsofatlanta.org, sonsofatlanta.org, O-R-G, sonsofatlanta.org. Click on the commemorative brick sale. Everything, and follow the prompts, you can buy your brick today. And you don't have to just buy a $100 brick. We got bricks on there you can buy for $1,000.
That's right.
But we wanted to make it affordable, and we didn't want nobody to have some kind of attitude because they didn't have an opportunity or couldn't afford a brick.
And if your check is right, we can put Stone Mountain down there with your name on it.
So this is what we do on Veterans Talk. We're trying to get information out. We're trying to make sense out of a sensitive situation because only less than 1% of the U.S. population, now a lot of people don't know this, less than 1% of the U.S. population ever served in the U.S. military. And less than 5% of that number ever actually needs the VA. I mean, other than for houses.
So you're saying there's a little more money on the table over there?
There's a lot more money on the table for veterans with disabilities. Now, what is a disability? Any kind of ailment or injury that stops you from working. See, the whole disability grid is to pay you for the disability because it inhibits your income capacity. So, call us. If you can't call us, call the American Legion, call the AMVEX, call a BSO, and get them to help you with your claims. Everybody that served got something coming. You need to find out what it is. Because as we did in the first two shows, what you don't know can hurt you.
Tony, question.
Yes.
Why did you stay on and become a captain, man?
I served 4 years in the Air Force.
Okay.
And during that time, I grew up an awful lot. And I realized that
About the speed of them planes?
I realized that the military wasn't for me. I did not adhere very easily to somebody telling me what to do all the time.
Gotcha.
And I was an independent thinker, and I'm going like, I appreciate the opportunity to serve, but I've done my 4 years, and now I have plans that does not include the military.
But it includes the community, everybody else. But
Right.
nah, I got you.
But I use those benefits. I use those benefits
Of
to get a
course.
job and everything, because I found out that veterans gets points when you apply for federal jobs. And I was like, oh, I'm
That's
going to do
benefit.
that. And so there are just so many little benefits, and I didn't realize at the time, but I said I'm going to take advantage of that. And I took advantage of the educational benefits. So of
That had to
course,
be the most fun part of it, right there.
that was the fun part, and at the time, it was very inexpensive. You know, you got to realize going to Georgia State University back then, maybe $150 per class compared to what it is now. You know,
With a
And
big
so-
old stadium and everything now. Boy,
Yeah, so
I'm
as a
telling you.
result, you know, I had, shall we say, funds left over from my educational benefits to do other things. Yes, because you get paid a certain amount as long as you're going to school full time, which I was, and everything. You know,
Wow.
yes.
So the benefits that your loved one earned from military service is designed to get you a step up. It's designed to step you up. It's designed to step your family up. It's designed to step your community up. But if you're not getting those benefits,
Right.
you're being shortchanged.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're almost stepping down.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Going backwards.
it really, you do step down if you're not getting the benefits and you got a disability that's unapproved. See, like what I think, and I've used VA benefits now. I use VA benefits, and the guy's name was Freddie Evans. I met Freddie; he was homeless. Before Freddie died, he had got 100%, bought him a home, and got his family back together.
Does this include food?
Now,
Veterans get food?
now, it's up to a certain level. Yeah, you can actually get there are some veterans that actually can get Section 8s temporarily, especially with the homeless
Situation.
thing now. And you can get food stamps. Yeah, you get ton of food stamps.
Okay.
So, but now if you get all your benefits, you don't get the food stamps because your income.
Because you should be okay.
Your income
Yeah.
is up there. You know, you can afford to.
You can put some cheese on that burger.
Yeah, you put some cheese on it.
2 or 3 fish sandwiches.
That's right.
So what we got to do is make sure that this information is gotten to the community,
Right.
and that we give them the help that they need to get them.
Okay.
And it's not that it's
We need a benefit squad.
Well, you looking at them.
That's it. The benefit squad,
The
y'all.
benefits were. And
Dun.
we enjoy doing it because we got people like Tony Barr and some of the other brothers out there, Herman Anderson, that have an organization that we partner with. These are our partners in the hood.
Right.
We all work together to make sure that if a veteran, everybody know if a veteran need to get a benefit, they call me. They're gonna send it to me. If I know somebody need counseling and help, I'm sending them to Tony.
What's the youngest veteran you met, Rev?
The youngest veteran I ever met was like probably 18 years old.
Okay.
See, these are guys that parents had to sign them into the military.
Okay. So, were there some of us who signed up at 16 or 17 and they pushed them in, passed them on the test and all them good things?
Mm-hmm. And then there's some that was a 17-year-old got killed in Vietnam too.
See?
So it's all give some and some give all. We just had to recognize that the reason for the benefits is that because you're making a sacrifice that no other demographic is making.
I got you.
You know, so we want to make sure that those who have made that sacrifice
No,
get the
that's it.
benefits
That's
that
right.
they deserve, because it's impacting community. See, if we had veterans getting their benefits, then the businesses in our community would be, the money would be staying in the community.
What'd you say? Oh, what's that phone number? He said, "What's that phone number?" He said, "What's that phone?"
708-95-3260. If you want to talk about it, just get it. You can pick up the phone now and call in. What we're doing here today, we're going to be doing every Saturday afternoon. We want you to tell somebody. Go tell a neighbor, tell a friend, even tell an enemy if you need to. Because what we're trying to do is make a better community. We want to use the benefits. We want to use the experiences. Now, I'm going to just say something about this demographic that we represent. they're one of the highest skilled groups in the community and hardest workers, because you got to get up 4 o'clock in the morning and go sit on the airport runway all day and ain't going on. You hurry up and wait. You learn
That sound like New York. You rush to wait, no matter what you're doing. Yes.
And you know what? It takes a special kind of character to do that and still be ready to serve.
That's correct.
And that's what makes a veteran a special entity, a special asset for his community. We got to make sure that the community know that this is an asset. Make sure you get that asset. Help that veteran in your family, in your community.
The wars are over, but the skills are still there.
Still there.
Treasure.
Yeah. So we got to make sure that you start using these veterans. And now, so part of the Sons of Atlanta Memorial, we'll have some of these veterans in the community centers now. They'll be volunteering to make sure you're getting the information you need. Make sure you're getting the help that you need to get your benefits. So this is not just a talk show. It's an encouragement show. It's a walk show.
It's a service.
It's a service. And we want everybody to know this is a nonprofit. If you feel like you want to do something for the nonprofit, go to sonsofAtlanta.org.
That's right.
SonsofAtlanta.org. And all of your donations are tax deductible because we are a nonprofit.
3 zeros. 3 zeros. 3 zeros.
Anybody want to do and want to use that show to market or sell their goods and services, we take your sponsorship. We'll let people know what you got to sell. We tell them what it is. All you got to do is give us a call, and we'll get you on the show.
I want to be the first. I have a brick,
yes,
wonderful brick, that represents veterans of Georgia. But this brick ain't got to have veterans of Georgia on it. This brick could have my name on it, your sister's name on it, family name on it, organization name on it, business name on it, church name on it. It does not matter. The fact of the matter is that you contributed to have something honored, and in that honor, just like these benefits don't run out, that brick ain't going nowhere.
Ain't going nowhere.
I think that's a deal, a steal.
It's a steal deal.
And then one day down the line, come get a fish sandwich. I think that ain't bad. That ain't bad.
That ain't bad. You buy a brick, you know that you got a fish sandwich coming. I tell you what you do. Buy a brick and I'll buy your fish sandwich.
Oh, shucks now.
Buy a brick and I'll buy your fish sandwich. Go to the website right now. Go to the website. If you buy a brick and call me, I'm gonna take you to what's your brother's name you want to get?
What's my boy over there? Yasin.
Yasin. Go take you right over there and buy your fish sandwich.
Now, for all of y'all young in town, Yasin's like old school fish.
Right. Yes.
They were the first to have their little independency here in Atlanta before these names came from Chicago and all that good stuff. But the fish quality is the key. And that's why we want, if you're going to have a fish party with us, we want it to be the very best fish.
Good fish.
Okay?
Good fish.
We're not going to go to Camp Creek and hook them and fry them for you. That ain't going to happen. Okay?
That's right.
This is the real deal.
So now, all of you Operation Iraqi Freedom veterans, we got something for you. The VA is setting out the benefits. If you don't know how to get them, call us. And I'm talking to the wives, mothers, and sisters of those veterans too. We need the whole family to gather around this veteran and make sure that he's informed and encouraged to get their benefits. Now, what bothers me is that we lose a lot of the benefits by us not filing for the benefits until years later, right? So, like, I beat up on myself a lot because I didn't file for my benefits when I first got out. My kids could have went to school free, college free. They would have been, well, it's more than free because they get some little extra money, and all the schooling is paid for. But because I didn't know, Cal.
Gotcha.
I didn't know, and once I learned that, I said, man, I ain't gonna never let nobody forget this, because I know how important it is, how much it costs to educate a person, your kids. So we want to make sure that you Iraqi freedom veterans don't wait too long. Get your benefits. Don't let your children wind up with a student loan when they don't have to. You really don't have to wind up with a student loan. If we get the benefits that we have earned, it'll make a big difference in our community, make a big difference in our household, make a big difference in our lives, because we would know that what we served for had an impact on the community we came from, and that's Boost.
And you deserve it.
And it is
more than deserve it.
Listen, it ain't no handout.
That's right.
It ain't no
You done
handout.
did the work.
Because all gave some,
That's
but
right.
some gave all. And we want to make sure that those of us that live to come back, we honor those that didn't when we get our benefits. We honor those that didn't come back when we get our benefits.
Well, I'll be upset.
Yeah.
Because he wants you to live. Well, y'all better, what?
Yeah.
Y'all better pick up that mantle and
And we'll go on with
take it.
Because if
Yeah.
they came back, what a difference it would have made in their families.
Yes, it would have.
But they didn't come back, so we got to make sure their families get what they got coming. This is Veterans Talk, y'all. About to end another show. This has been a great show. Thanks to Brother Cal.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for inviting me.
Tony. We really got to look at what we are doing with our community, and don't be afraid to come out and volunteer. Volunteer with some of these organizations that's at work in your community. We got to make a difference. And if you don't do anything else, remember this: go vote. Early vote. Early vote. Early vote. Early vote. Don't wait till the last minute. And if you need a ride to the poll, just call us. We'll help. We'll make sure you get there because you need to vote. See you next week. Thank you, brothers.